So, you're a dog owner here in Baltimore. You already know that having a great dog by your side makes city life just better. But sometimes getting there takes a little bit of help. Let's break down how you can find the absolute perfect dog trainer for you and your pup right here in Charm City. And that's the big question, isn't it? There are so many different methods, so many trainers, so many options. It can feel like a lot to sort through, but don't you worry, we're going to walk through this together step by step. All right, before you even start looking up trainers, the very first step actually starts right there at home with your dog. A great training plan is never a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It really has to be tailored to your goals and your dog's unique personality. So, what is it you're really hoping to accomplish? Are you just starting out with a brand new puppy who needs to learn everything? Or are you trying to tackle a very specific problem, like, say, the constant leash pulling every time you walk through Federal Hill? Maybe it's just getting your dog to come back reliably when you call their name. Figuring out that main goal is truly the fastest way to narrow down your search from the get-go. Next up, think about how you and your dog actually learn best. You know, Group classes can be fantastic for general manners and getting your dog comfortable around others. But for a really specific fear or behavior, one-on-one private lessons, well, they're probably going to be a lot more effective. And for some serious challenges, there are even intensive options like board and train. The right format is just the one that works for your life, your budget, and your goals. And you have to remember that every single dog has their own story. A shy rescue dog is going to need a completely different approach than, say, a super confident, energetic teenage dog. Any good trainer is going to want to know all of this, their age, their personality, their background, so they can build a plan that isn't just effective, but is also kind and understanding. Okay, so now that you have a much clearer picture of what you're looking for, let's talk about two big things: the kinds of training philosophies you're going to run into and what you should expect it to cost. You are absolutely going to see this term, positive reinforcement, pretty much everywhere. And for a really good reason. It's a science-backed approach with a pretty simple idea at its core. Reward the behavior you want to see more of. It just makes learning fun for your dog, and it builds this incredible foundation of trust between you two. All right, let's talk numbers. So, group classes are often the most affordable way to get started. Private lessons, yeah, they cost more per session, but they are laser focused on your specific issues. And while board and train programs are a big investment, they offer a really immersive experience for more serious challenges. When you look at it, the price really tends to reflect the amount of personal, one-on-one attention your dog is going to get. Okay, you've figured out your goals, you understand the options. Now for the really practical part, talking to some actual trainers. You should think of it like an interview for a new partner, because that's what they are. You're looking for the right fit for both you and your dog. Here is a simple little checklist to help guide that conversation. First, just ask them to explain their training methods. Does it feel right to you? Second, get specific. Ask them, have you worked with shy dogs before? Or what's your approach to dogs that get really excited on leash? Third, ask about their certifications, like the CPDTK. It just shows a real commitment to their profession. And finally, don't be afraid to ask if you can watch a class. It's truly the best way to see how they put their philosophy into action. And remember, training doesn't just happen in a class once a week. The whole point of all this is to build skills that you can use every single day out in our beautiful and, yeah, sometimes very busy city. And here's why this is so practical. Baltimore has a citywide leash law, but you shouldn't think of that as a restriction. Think of it as preparation. A dog that can walk calmly on a leash can safely go with you to explore every corner of this city. That's the real goal here. More freedom together, not more limits. Once you get the basics down, you can practice pretty much everywhere. The dog parks over at Patterson Park or Canton are just perfect for working on those social skills. A nice on-leash walk through Druid Hill Park is a great place to practice that loose leash walking. And being able to enjoy a coffee on a dog-friendly patio in Hampton, well, that's the ultimate test of a really solid stay. And ultimately, that's really what this is all about. Investing in training is really an investment in a richer, fuller life with your dog in Baltimore. It opens up this whole world of shared experiences, from peaceful walks around the harbor to just relaxing afternoons with friends. We wish you the very best of luck in finding the right partner for your training journey and enjoying everything this city has to offer together.